also a dentist. Get your fucking hands in the motherfucking air. This ref can suck it, and he's also a dentist.
This ref sucks! This ref sucks! This ref sucks!
Ref can suck it, he's also a dentist. Ref can suck it, he's also a dentist. Get your fucking hands in the motherfucking air. This ref can suck it, and he's also a dentist.
The recognized symbol of excellence in Super Show Deck Tech.
Just cracks me the fuck up every time I see it, man. It's every time, especially just the small touch of the SRG boss has been suplexed by a wrestler. Oh my god! All right, everybody, welcome in to Stat Card episode 20. Hey.
Going along.
Crazy. I know. Yeah. We have somehow managed to stay consistently on air despite the nonsense that I say or that Ref Dave just spams Bombada videos during the spooky episode. Guy says, "Oh, thank God, we only have to see that one time, and we should have had a counter because it was up like 15." Yeah, but thank you, Bombada, best Wednesday Super Show. Yeah, I will. We'll go through the results and somehow have more information than people who were there. And speaking of that, why don't we bring up PAX Worlds? I thought he had it. There we go. So we got number one on the day, Big Star Sam playing RVD. He has good success. RVD is still really good.
Yep.
I feel like he gets overshadowed by Pop and Twist or Liger sometimes, just because I think some of the high cards aren't as good.
If we're talking about all the stat boosters in Worlds.
Yeah. Well, it's ironically you figure it would be better, right? Because it's a 789
You would
that
think.
gets boosted. But who knows? We have Colin Simon at what is it? 2-3-1. Okay, 3-1 playing himself, Zombie. If you didn't know,
Makes perfect sense after he was playing Zach in the finals of the Clay 64 or whatever it was called, playing Zombie. So, or no, he played that as himself. He played that as Chrononaut, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's been playing as himself a lot.
So
I'm not sure which came first. I think Zombie came first, if I had to guess. Any Super Show historians can tell me, but Colin Simon, like notoriously good gimmick isn't worth bad card. Yeah. When talking about RVD, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so
you only need one of them, though.
That's true. You only do need one of them, but but Zombie makes sense considering like it is more of like a generic wrestler, right? It makes sense. But yeah, Zombie or Colin is always like steadily good, but this year between the Cookies Fortune finals and then spoilers, he wins PAX. He's chunked up, like he's really good. Like like I played against him a lot, lost against him. Like he and I talk about it. It's like he'll beat me on like a 6-turn roll to my 5, and it just happens every time. See, Joseph Ritchie, who I have never met, only know him through discussion group lore, honestly, playing AJ Styles. Maxwell Schaub Inman. If I remember correctly, this was a new player playing like with the Witch Hunter General deck. I think.
Yep. I think that's what they're talking about. He was from the Chicago area, maybe.
Nice. Bob Dunn, routinely in these top coats. Mayor of the Chain Gang. Let's see. Still good. Jeff Fox playing Colby Carino. I'm sure there were baseball bats aplenty. That was one of the first people we saw baseball bats. We were like, huh, that Colby Carino might have some gas. A diversified El Hombre Cybernetico playing AJ Styles. It was combo Witch Hunter and... Oh, that's right. I did see one of the stops that was like a draw too. Yeah, that's right. Joseph Rodriguez playing JPL. Is that actually JPL? I think that's actually JPL. I think that's JPL's last name. If not, but JPL is another drop character that I have a soft spot for. That Trey just shudders when hearing about it. 12 Grab Matt playing Old School Cyclone. Fuck that guy in that comp. Nope. That's the actual JPL. That's what I thought.
Very good dude. Met him at Gen Con. Great.
Nice. Yeah, I never heard anything bad about him. Or his tag team partner. Prize Fighter playing Perfect Assistant. Nice 2-2 record. Nice. Michael, a.k.a. Mikey Nichols, playing Big Bad Bobby D. 2-2. Not enough to get in. John Lombardo playing Rising Sun original. Aiden McGinn bringing out Vic to Doom. Whew. The Mad Monk playing Terror Skull Grapple Plus. Hey, I love that comp. Hey, I just got second in a bum fights with it last night. It's a fun deck. And Sean playing Annika, the Brave. I do not think Annika is excellent. I think it can be better. I don't know if it will be, but it's not my cup of tea. So PAX Top Cut. That's Friday. Sam gets by. I see. Witch Hunter General defeats Bob Dunn, Mayor of the Chain Gang. That would coincide to a message that several of us got that Bob Dunn says, "I hate Random Barry." that would be. I think that would you could timestamp that to when he lost to Witch Hunter General. That tracks.
I'm sure the Thanksgiving ETU will have another hand destruction comp being made on it, though.
Oh, I know.
We don't ever have enough hand destruction comps in the game.
I mean, this isn't even a new one, Trey. This is the same old.
I know. We don't have enough in the game, though. We need more.
Yeah, we can't actually have anti-hand destruction. Although, for a while, there were like 37 draw 2 competitors. Joseph Ritchie, random berry in a random turn game is the worst for a new player. Ironically, a new player playing it, Pate. That's what's funny. All right. So Witch Hunter General takes down RVD. Zombie takes down AJ Styles. Sick. Actually, I say Zombie does have a new strike finish that is very good. That's I believe is more like it's like a mimic finish where it copies an opponent's graveyard, which I guess it's also like Chrononaut strike finish. Nice. And then I watched this match. Colin Simon defeating Witch Hunter General, and it was Z Trigger. It was a good match. It ironically came down to just experience and getting stops back and knowing what to get back at the right time, I think. Yep. Which if you're in a match with Colin Simon, he mentions it like they play locals like twice a week. Like they play a lot. So he knows what he's doing a lot of times. Except for the one time where he played a blank skill card against me in Olympics and still beat me and Paul's ass. Like, that's the crazy thing. It's like he played Firewood Across the Bow in Rah Rah Perry. And I was like, so you're playing a blank skill card? And he was like, yes, because I'm fucking cheating. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
That may be the way to go. Like, only having one skill card in these team events seems to have a really good win record. So,
funnily enough, this happened before I did that to mindfuck Johnny Correa, so that may have been where I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Me and Colin Simon played at PAX Unplugged. It was CM2. Nice, Mikey. But yeah, congratulations, Colin. Title matches at PAX. We had Simon defend against El Hombre Cybernetico. We had My Rising Star win the Tri-State title. Well done, Owen. With the table, ma'am. Now who's head of the table? Oh, we forgot about the fucking match card. We could just pull it up that easy.
That's what I was going to say. Can we actually look at the match card?
Listen, I'm just pulling it from memory here. All right, yeah. Prize Fighter defeated El Hombre Cybernetico. Candyman defeating Sam Stanton for the Tri-State. After what? Like that unification nonsense, and now went. SRG BOSS with Sergeant Yoga beating Ricochet in a 12 grab mat. Shocker! Sergeant Yoga is good after a year of constant, excellent card release.
I can't believe all you dummies didn't draft Sergeant Yoga when it had a third of the keywords.
Yeah.
Just crazy.
My prayer, my honest to God prayer for Faction Wars is that I draft behind the crime wave. Because if they draft a keyword competitor, I'm drafting somebody that shares that keyword. Like, if they draft like a like Lord Shadow of the Frozen Flames or whatever, it's like, give me another bird keyword. I need it.
Better get that hook up in the Tri-State, because you know it's going to be a Tri-State CAC exclusive.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my god. Yeah. The history title, the Historia title with Chuck's face on it. Bob Dunn defeated Mikey Nichols. Mikey was playing Vacation? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't think he was. Neat. Well, that's cool. Yeah. So that was PAX Unplugged. Seems fun. I mean, listen, it's like it has a bunch of people that I like to hang out with, play Super Show with. So it's so mild FOMO. The mild being the fact that it was in fucking Philadelphia. It's which I've been there. It's better than Boston. Which
It's not really a compliment.
Yeah. Which as opposed to like, which I guess it's better. It's probably better than Cleveland too. Shit. You know what? Philadelphia ain't that bad. How about that? I was about to say, I'm comparing it to all the other major cities that I've been to. Philadelphia is okay. It's okay. Maybe it's the fact that I just don't like major cities, and that's really what it is. Why do you hate the cheesesteak? I don't like onions.
Yep.
Yeah, for me to like onions, they have to be extremely caramelized. Or I do decent with green onions nowadays because I do a lot of Chinese and Japanese cooking. Yeah, but but if you're telling me it's like steak, good, okay. Cheese or Cheese Whiz, fine with either. Onions and or peppers, I'm out. I'm out. That is something I have never been to that like food court, but I know it's like, and he's doing it right, doing food court. Like it's a bunch of like excellent restaurants all crammed together. Yeah, Reading Terminal. Yeah, like that. That's exactly.
None of this anti-onion shit is getting put over. Just so everyone knows, onions are the best. Nothing's getting put up there.
Oh, this is fucking no, hell no. This is as bad.
What is Chuck done? Chuck has paid off for the onion propaganda.
Listen, we let Simple Chuck have a run on Big Picture Premium, and we just have the absolute fucking nonsense food takes. We could have just food take talk for an entire episode if we wanted. All right, like. This is I think onions have their place. I think in recipes they provide excellent sweetness and everything. Well, listen, listen, Pate. As someone who's actually cooked on this network before, make meat. I believe I know how to make meat. I don't know, but regardless, onions have their place. They're just not on my plate unless they're cooked down. All right. That's actually a good point, Owen. I was about to say, if we are going to talk about food at all on an episode, it's probably the Thanksgiving.
The one before Thanksgiving.
Ironically, not a ton of onions on the Madsen family plate, if I had to guess. I'm making
zero on mine.
Yeah. Might be some in the stuffing, but I don't know if I'll have any.
I won't have any stuffing, so
right, yeah. I make the J. Kenji Lopez roast potatoes, the best potato anywhere. If you're interested, J. Kenji Lopez alt roast potatoes are the best. All right, I came to see you talk about the new Super Lucha card. Which Super Lucha card are we talking about? Are we talking about skill cards or are we talking about the PAX promos? Dave, if you don't mind pulling up both while I just talk random nonsense about onions. Okay, yeah. Pate wants his Super Show action. So while, hell, even the entrances. If you will pull up the new cards from the supershowthegame.com website, Dave, I'll give you some time and I'll just fill time talking about onions. No. Listen, I've had French onion soup. It's delicious. But you know what? The onions are cooked way the fuck down. All right, he's got it. All right, I don't have to think about it. Okay, so these are interesting to me because I love searchers, as does Trey. What do you think about putting these in just a generic deck?
I would probably not run these unless I had a keyword, unless they were a keyword for me, or my coinciding like 10 that I was not running a searcher on was a keyword or something that I needed to put in. Like I would want to search out the finish that I'm trying to hit. So for the 16, I would typically run the searcher on my 10 to get the finish.
Right.
So, if they throw candy at you or whatever, then you just go grab it. Whereas this, you've got to have another follow-up in play to go search it out. And I would rather just have the recursion there.
Yeah, the first thing when I see this one specifically, I'm like, this is going in my what's it called? My D2 deck.
Keyword.
Because well, I mean, it's a keyword, and I already have fire one across the bow normally. So it's like, all right, well, if they flip bonk or not bonk, thud, then I can go and get it again, kind of thing, and it counts, and it makes thud hit harder. I think you're right. I think in a regular deck, I think I still run Thunderous Punch over that. But it is interesting. Hey, Hypersonic, they trying to make that Casey entrance better, by God. Another Sonic card.
You can go search out a searcher or stack a searcher.
You can stack a searcher. Well, if they stop it.
There you go. After they hit rejected on you, you got a stacker.
That's right. Absolutely. Well, it's at least it's the grapple, not the sub. The barbed wire baseball battle axe of charcuterie cheese.
Just really crowbarring all these keywords in there that we can.
There's a cut in there. All right, let's go. Bar. Somebody's surely got barbed wire. Baseball bat.
Well, there's also just bat always.
Yeah, bat of course. Cut is just the funniest part of it, I think. Let's see. The skill cards are towards and the entrances.
We can do entrances.
Rudissimo, Rudismo Training 101. This is going to be the staple for my Vacation Commissioner deck.
I think it's just the staple for the Super Lucha finish, like Super Lucha decks.
Yeah, I think that if you're playing in,
if this is your one of two options, this is the option.
I think that's awesome because it's like getting hit with everyone knows getting hit with the CM010 hurts, right? So if you'd be like, all right, well, even if they get 5 to a 9, that's still better than their natural 10. But for Vacation Commissioner, that shit turns. It's like, all right, well, you hit me with your 10. All right, go back into the minefield. And because I was already running the Honorable Ref to make a 9 -4 on a finish roll. So this can be like, all right, I'm just not the entrance that I wanted.
Twice.
Right, the entrance that I wanted was a if you roll your 10 -3. Well, I just said Vacation Commissioner, but any kind of competitor that lives like I don't think I would run it on La Phoenix, but I could see you running it on anything that increases breakout rolls. Let's see, anything that if your gimmick gives you like extra 9s but not extra 10s, I guess.
I mean, I think that one is like you could just actually just have that as a one in rotation that you play.
Yeah, I think that
is like where doing floats back to the rack or whatever. Like this one's just they could. Just
I think it's just good.
Yes.
Yeah, you could do you could have it in a boss rate beatdown rotation. I think it'd be fine because like what's the so everyone's played a game where it's like you think you're going well, but it's crowd meter 1. They hit you with 10 to an 11, and you're like, well,
yep.
What if once per match you can make them re-roll that and try and keep the match going? Like it's as simple as that. Like yes, the consistency is key. Fuckheads will be like, it doesn't give you cards at the start of the match. You're in hell. But it could save your life. So
it's a lot better than I feel like a tank. I would run that over the tank every time.
Yes, I would run that over the tank, and I would run that over Positively Parry. Yeah, the 5 for finish roll, I would only do. I think that would be fun in like King of New York or something with like tons of finishes.
I would not run this in King of New York, but
or it's something with tons of finishes. That's why I'm saying, because it's like, well, I just need to hit one of these extra finishes for it to hit. Because it's like, all right, I just botched my 5 to a 7. Boss or Zookeeper with the golden gun, the goose or the golden goose. Let's see. Yeah, anything with like an insta kill finish that isn't on 5. Let's see, because Boss's golden gun, it's on a 6, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah. He says I would run.
It's also another thing. I feel like a lot of these Super Lucha ones, at least ones I've looked at, are adding to their 5 anyway. So
yeah, the vast majority of them are. So I don't think the 5 is that good. So this is the combo of Reckless Assault and what's the top 4 add to? 1. Is it? I'm trying to pull up.
It's essentially a power bomb, is what this is, though.
I mean, kinda, except it doesn't go to discard pile; it goes to Barry. But they're better. Listen, if it's a Super Lucha format, I think that's it. Like, you got it. I guess they're mildly safer in Ring of Fire if Ring of Fire is your concern. Yeah, that's.
And you also don't give up the knowledge of whatever you flip off the power bomb, because you're just looking at it and they don't know what you're flipping.
Yeah.
But if you were a deck that you know you needed to get a finish in the discard pile for the spotlight effect, you're still wanting the power bomb over these.
Yeah, if you really want to deck out, I don't think that you would run these. But if you're not worried about decking out, do wish we had 3 of them in 22 through 24 and 3 of them elsewhere. Yeah, I agree. Like, just the fact that they are just, all the stats across the board.
I mean, 16 through 18 need better skill cards just in general, but that's a whole other discussion.
In general, they really do. Maybe we can make Cracker Potion into one. Let's see. Are there any good keywords? I think there's some keywords. Not razors, obviously.
Hammer?
Yeah, hammer. But he can't. But
it's he can't run it.
Yeah, steak sauce of submission. Yeah, super. I saw that there is one. Yeah. Oh God. Original super Hombre needs more help.
He already had a super on there though.
Yeah. Fantastic Doom Pipe Pounce. I think we escaped keywords in this. I don't know if I try real hard, maybe I can get a pipe pipe keyword. They're trying to get the pipe. Let's see. Bolorama Slam.
Is this a keyword for him? Although it's not as great as, I mean, I guess you still had it too. I don't know. Super Show Scotland. Yeah.
No, he's agility 10, so he can run it. Yeah. So that's a neat one for Johnny's Super Show. Oh, for sure. Yeah. The mayor of Slamtown, Steve Slambros, Bobby Ohio, or Steve Slambros probably can't run it with high agility, but it's just Johnny's Super Show.
I don't know what his idea is. He's a colossal, but yeah.
No, it's definitely not agility. It's probably strike like every fucking
probably
one. Fanta for the foreign version of root beer guy. Yeah, right. That's agility too. Damn it. Need more of those. Yeah. All right. So for decks of the week, I believe we had a couple book to match ones. I'm going to put myself over on the fact I won the AC Online title, which apparently will not remain that title for very long. I was privy to some discussions about it last night. I am going to be in hell. NDA, yes. Other than the fact that I am going to be in hell, which is the normal thing.
Drew definitely signed that NDA.
Yeah, Drew definitely was privy to an NDA. Yeah, definitely. They
in front of his lawyer too. He signed that NDA. That's the reason he's talking about it.
They just don't worry. We'll get to tag. Yeah, they just grabbed my arm when I was asleep and just made me go. That's definitely my signature. Yeah, I don't think it'll be tagged. I'm knocking on wood. Yeah. Hey! And you know what? I finally get the intern Dave treatment. I finally get the PowerPoint. I just had to get it.
See what happens when Drew actually turns stuff in on time.
Yes, when I pay attention. Hey, I was early today. Yeah, I was like, hey, where's the link? Yeah. This is not always what I run on D2, but this is definitely when I was like, I really need to to blast this guy off of the map. How do we leverage this comp's advantages? Well, you play hammers and smashes. Gimmick, finishes, entrance. The gimmick is possibly my favorite. It is a 2-part gimmick. If you lose a turn roll by exactly 2, you can either draw 2 or add a hammer from discard pile of the hand. So it is a 2-part gimmick. So it allows you to recur several important cards, including many, many, many stops. You could also try and run a finish on it. I would not. But it's also just, all right, lose by 2, draw 2. So crazy. Finishes, they're all good. He has a spotlight, which gives him rah parry on power. So if he has test your might in your discard pile, in the discard pile, and you're up against a Colossal Smasher. If they try and Colossal Smasher, you just point at that and say, "No, actually, my power is greater than yours. Not equal to or less than which Colossal Smash requires." It is very funny. So you're able to run like strong subs. And then he has, and every finish that I run, I do not run the Unstoppable Strike because I have seen people get killed by half crabs and shining potions and etc. all the time. So I do not.
There's too many ways for people to splash it in open tournaments now.
Yeah, especially with the Cracker now too. I run Thud, which if you don't know what Thud is, that is 8 to a 10, and then 5 to an 8, and +1 more to your 5 for each. I have it here, but I'm going to try smash, high, hammer. Like it is a crazy amount of like good and decent keywords to splash in there. And then Psychocidal is just 2 to the 8, 2 to the 7. Perfectly fine, and then bury 4 in your opponent's discard pile. Like perfectly fine finish, which is what I ended up winning with because I just gave up and started just slamming the grapple because it was protected. Entrance. I typically run Petty Paul or Pretty Paul as it's really known, because the amount of times where I bump on a turn roll with D2, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna Pretty Paul. I draw 2, and then we re-roll, and it's like, oh no, I lost by 2. I'll draw another 2. So I just get a draw 4. Or if it's later in the game, I can recur a stop or something crazy. Like it that's what I think the best one is. But you can also run like just win a bump or anything like those. Like like his gimmick is good enough to where it doesn't require a specific entrance. But for this match, I went to our good friend Yasmin and her and her aunt, Tia Lupita, because the seat of power is bullshit. And I did not want to die to the seat of power. All right. We can advance the slide. Yeah. Cosmic Smash, Pineapple for Sheep, Lockjaw, Snap Kick, Sidewind, Wonderplex, Big Body Block. Why are we running different kinds of stops? For Smash is a keyword, for one. Pineapple for Sheep is... it's just a reveal and ad stop. I wasn't sure how much Chibi was going to change his deck. It turns out not much. Lockjaw, just because I figured I don't think... He normally runs Kabuki, and I'm not worried about Kabuki, so that's why I was willing to run like a draw from the bottom on that. And I was not shocked at all to find out he did in fact run Kabuki. So just fucking let the Kabuki hit, and then you just draw from the bottom after you pass and bury something you need. Snap Kick. I didn't want Apocalypse, and I didn't have a Cosmic Collection nearby, if you want an honest answer. Sidewind Wonderplex. I didn't want a full Rejected, but I wanted something that would get a finish, because I figure I had more draw power and draw from the bottom than he did, and did end up coming into play. Because I stopped his 24 and I was able to bury a finish of his, I believe. Big Body Block, because I didn't know if he was running Apocalypse, but I didn't want to find out.
Especially if you're running like a number 3 right there, Lockjaw, that you're trying to draw from the bottom, you're protecting yourself with a Big Body Block because you don't have the 3 to stop APOC.
Yeah. Elbow Shot, just a good card. Shuffling up to 3 cards, draw a card, nice. Once More with Feeling, try and get the grapple finish or one of my other important grapples back. Spitfire Chariot. The 9 in D2 is your catch-all card, because the Sledgehammer card on that is not excellent, but it could be protected if you're in the case of your Spotlight working in a normal bracket. But for this, I was like, I draw 1, and if I put 4 cards that I want randomly on top of my deck through my gimmick and general draw power, I should get to it pretty quickly. And that's why I felt like splashing that in, along with the Elbow Shot, because the Elbow Shot would be pretty good. He often runs the Llama Lock on 15, so I wanted something other than the Elbow Shot just in case I needed to work strikes.
Would you have rather run like a Resto there now?
A Resto Handshake?
Mm-hmm.
No, I still like the Spitfire Chariot there, because
That's why you like Resto a lot. I just know how you felt about it now.
No, I used to as like a throwaway card, as like it's okay, but the I've seen Resto less and less, and like I'm kind of with that as well. It is useful if it hits, but otherwise it's just a draw 1 with no recursion option. So if I'm gonna do that, I'd rather because a lot of times I'll just throw the in a normal bracket, I'll throw the feeding off the crowd, draw from the bottom, and it protects you against discard competitors or anything like boot in the corner and stuff. So that's what I do in a normal bracket. I'll run feeding off the crowd, so that way I have Lockjaw and feeding off the crowd both draw from the bottom. But in this, I figured I would draw faster than Chibi and be able to get back to stuff. So that's why I had the Spitfire Chariot. There. I do not like the old 4-back. I do not like the old 4-back with Shuffle. I want either up to 3 or 4 on top. Damn, that's crazy. That is the biggest tongue-in-cheek comment I've ever seen.
It would aggressively throw APOC.
Yeah, honestly, you were probably the reason I stopped playing Resto Potions, because I'm like, these fucking cards never hit. Yeah, Un-American Elbow Smash. As I said, I like draw from the bottom, and it's a keyword because it's a smash. Double throw. As we said earlier, I like play. I like playing searchers when I'm trying to hit my protected finish. Gathering the Sledgehammer. It is a keyword, and it can shuffle in some strong subs, and I did have a couple strong subs in this deck. Banhammer block. Hell yes, a recurable hammer 13. We love it. Wave breaking kendo stick. I could have run whatever 14, honestly. After he kind of like stopped using the seat of power. So after he saw it was blank. So that's why I wanted like a stop any instead of stop follow up or finish, just in case. He really just stopped playing subs at all. I was at the point where I stopped playing my or I threw away my 20. Spinning hammer hold, a recurable 15. Yes, you're wondering why I like this competitor. That's also a friendly berry, which the only bad thing is if you're in a matchup where you need your spotlight, but I think it's still worth it. Because they can just
bury your draw from the bottom anyway.
Yeah. And it's like if I need to, I could throw it away. Flying coast to coast. So he was agility 6, and D2 is agility 5. So I wasn't sure if he was going to run a kick into the corner, but just in case, I ran flying coast to coast. I was like, I don't want to find out because technically he could also run alien invasion if he wanted to, which he did not end up doing. He just ran his normal kingpin punch. But that's why I figured I wanted one thing to increase my agility just in case. And with my thud strike finish, if I get like 5 to a 13 or 14, he can't kick out even with the belt. American Dragon Drop, we all know it, we all love it. Hell yeah, brother. Turn the tension into power. Yes, there is some weird shit where there are different versions of number 18. So, and apparently, and I did actually talk to Boss about this, it was originally a mistake, but he's riding with it and might do the other versions too.
Because of the two aren't same plays, what he kind of said.
Because the other, no shit, the other versions were not great because you had to run bad 10, 11, 12. And granted, the draw from the bottom 19, 20, and 21, we're not seeing a ton of play either. So this is a way to get those stops seeing play. So turn the tension into power is a choke slam, essentially. I forget what the 18 is. I think it's half Nelson headlock, where if you have a sub in play, shuffle in another sub and draw a card. With the added text, if you have reversed the pressure in play, your finish rolls are +1. And reverse the pressure is a 21. So this was a way I figured he was going to go for the strike finish, and I was like, well, I can shuffle in something and try and increase my finish rolls because my 21 is going to be in play. And as I tried to say, like, so if you don't know what the AC Online belt did, reasons for no gimmick blanker. I really didn't care about. Think about Chibi versus D2. My 6 becomes a 5. So yes, he wins every time that I roll 6 to a 5 and he rolls 6 or higher. But I also looked at it as a way to anytime he rolls power, I also had flying coast to coast just to kind of mitigate that, but it's whatever.
You'd have also had to lose a keyword to do it though as well.
I would have had to lose a keyword or give up something. Yeah, I would have had to lose Un-American Elbow Smash, Double Throw, or Gathering the Sledgehammer, and I just wasn't willing to do it. But in the case, and this did also happen a lot. I roll 6 to a 5. Anytime he rolls power 7, I get to either draw 2 or get a keyword back. And it's like, so it didn't hurt me as much when thinking about it. Now, granted, because, this is my life and I live in hell. he did win 6-5 a lot because that's my fucking life. But in a more perfect world, he rolls 7, I roll 5, I draw 2. Yeah. The gimmick won him a lot of turn rolls, Pate. Like that, like keeping it a buck. Like it also, because of that gimmick, like he didn't run a 13, which may have killed him. Blindside Smash, keyword. Fire Hammer Slam, keyword. 21 goes with the 18. Easy enough. Thunderous Dropkick. No one's going to say no to a Shuffle 2, Draw 3. Jackhammer. Love that recurable keyword, baby. Tell me I got a removal and Shuffle 2, Draw 1 on a keyword that's protected by a Strike 10. Hell yeah. And Pin to the Wall. I love running this in D2 because while you could run Set Up the Sledgehammer, I did not want to increase Chibi's 8 to a 9 for his already absurd breakouts. And I figure it's like, all right, well, just if he's running a stop again on his 13, I can turn that 6 to a 5 and we'll be on equal footing. I basically, in lieu of gimmick blankers, I basically had this to kind of even the gimmicks. After I saw he wasn't running the 13, I was like, well, I'm just going to lower your 10 to a 9 and try and kill you that way. But I love Pin to the Wall. And Hammering Tackle, recurable keyword. Yay, it's not the size of the dick dog grapple. Yes. Just a berry, and I got plenty of draw from the bottom. Sky High Choke. All right, this was my risk. This was the risky part for me. So going against a pulverizer gimmick sucks. Like knowing that they get +3 of their first breakout roll just is very annoying. And so my whole thought was like, I am going to try and hit you with my biggest fucking hammer I can. And on Crowd Meter 1, I had turned the tension into power, and I ambushed him with the Sky High Choke. And I managed. I was so close. And I had +3 to finish roll if I hit. Because of all this stuff going. And I think Pin to the Wall, so his 10 was a 9. But he hit the finish first, and of course I kicked out, and then I just won the next 2 crowd meters. But yeah, Thud, just an excellent, insane finish. I think that's from Dave's audio is the humming. But the Psychocidal, excellent finish. 7 to the 9, 8 to the 10. And all of the finishes that I normally run, because I normally do not run Sweet Nightmare, but in this it works out because you lower your opponent's technique by 2. Oh, it's Trey's. It's even worse. Damn it, Trey. And the Sweet Nightmare is 9 to an 11, and then his 10 to an 8. So if I hit that, crazy.
Did that fix it? Do we still hear the humming?
It's like your background noise, I think.
Yeah, I tried to lower the background noise.
It's a little.
I don't know. I don't hear the humming. I have my ears. My ears are always ringing. So
that makes sense. It is a little bit better now. Are there times you would run the other finishes? Absolutely. The finish that I normally run is the Test Your Might, the Spotlight, because it is 3 10s, and it also gives you Rara Parry on power. So it is 8 to a 10, 9 to a 10. All of his finishes are fucking nutty. Like the Kickstarter D2 with the combination of original D2 finishes, like his finishes are crazy. And it's like like the Thud is 8 to a 10 and then 5 to infinity. Psychocidal 8 to a 10, 7 to a 9, awesome. And then either Sweet Nightmare, because reducing tech is decent because there are a ton of players who have high technique competitors that they play, or the Spotlight, which is just one of the best spotlight effects in the game, and then also happens to have 3 10s. Like it's like, oh, okay, fun. Yeah. But that's it. It was a fun match. Go back and watch on Ignite. It was a long one, like almost an hour. But Chibi is an excellent player. He and I also have always have these marathon matches, man. Like I think in our Olympics match to help decide the MVP, between me playing Pop and Twist and him playing Liger, like we had an also like crowd meter 3 or 4, which it was like the same chess match at the very end of the game. You bury this, so I have to bury this, so I have to bury this. Like we just understand each other now because we played each other so many times.
So good thing that the match wasn't under a 20-minute time limit.
Yeah, you got screwed, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how the hell that happened. I don't know what Will was smoking that day, man. I don't know how they made a title match 20 minutes.
I was like, how in the world is this belt supposed to lose in 20 minutes?
Yeah, against a guy who could just remove cards too, so it just takes a little bit longer. Oh my god, yeah. That's nothing, but it's like just think about that. They originally wanted to make this a tag match. That was the original thought, and I was like, and that's why I popped off immediately after winning. I was like, it's like you jerks almost made this a tag match. Everyone was just deprived of that if that would have happened. Which brings me. I was getting orders from above originally.
I was going to say, it came from the big guy. Not the big guy, but the big guy on big picture.
The bigger fella. The swine. Yes, I'm using the S word. Oh my god. Yeah, why don't we make it a tag match? Yeah, that sounds like yeah. This guy calls me daddy for an entire match, and then as soon as we lose, he's like, "Nah, put him in another tag match." What a psycho! Oh my!
You love getting thrown into other tag matches, right?
Speaking of, why don't we go through what Drew's thankful for? I am thankful for Daddy Drew's been a thing, unfortunately. Despite my best, the world heavyweight champion calls me Daddy Drew, and this is not a positive in my eyes. Yeah, something that I am thankful for is the fact that the fucking LFF tag division never disappoints, or in the fact that it always manages to disappoint me. Every fucking time something can go wrong with tag, it goes worse. Every single fucking time, man. So Boss takes over from Angela, and he says all of the people there in the top 4 of Grand Gathering, instead of having tag title shots, they're going to go into a single elim tournament for a title shot. By the way, we're just going to have Crime Wave take over the title shots until this is settled. And we're going to have...
We do not only give title shots to our friends, because, that was a criticism of the previous GM.
Yeah.
That, only giving title shots to their friends.
Yeah. Boss criticized...
perfectly clear that we're not only giving title shots to our friends.
Yeah, Boss criticized Angela because her friends started winning at fucking tag, which I guess we should have fucking sucked. I guess we should have been bums like the rest of everybody else playing tag. Crime Wave always on top. Here's the thing. Crime Wave is what people always said the higher class was. Honestly. Everybody in the Crime Wave is getting 2 fucking title shots for winning Faction Wars. Every single fucking person. It's insane. Yeah. So, but that's honestly my least thing. It's the Duet Dream Tournament. Let's see. The Duet Dream Tournament. So I get top 4 with Yasmin. And I get told, it's like, all right, top 4, we lost Dangerous Alliance right before, well done, Pate. And I get told, it's like, oh, you get a tag title shot for being top 4 at like the largest in-person tag tournament of the year. I sigh, go shoulder slump, but it's like, all right, man, whatever. Like, I'll do it for Yaz, sure. It's like, it's only one more tag match, sure. This fucking guy boss tells me that I got to be in a single Eland tournament and play not 1, but possibly up to 3 more tag matches. Every single time it gets worse. And I've come to the...
It's crazy. Winning the largest in-person tag tournament gets you put into another tournament.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have just stopped it at the top 4 and not even finished the fucking tournament.
And between this Christopher J. Pate, I have come to the conclusion between this, there is no reason to play tag. None. Not a one. Not a single fucking reason to play in a tag tournament ever at any convention, at any online. There is nothing. So here. Is this an issue of not wanting to play tag online?
He's going to get rid of the T50 list. It's going to go back to being great and wonderful.
Versus offline. Online versus offline. You don't get shit for winning. You don't get shit for losing. Like, the thing is, the people who won the largest online tag team tournament of the year, the one that took for fucking ever, that Cantrell lost in the finals,
took over 6 months.
Took over 6 months. They they play in the largest online tag tournament. What do they get? And this was under a previous regime, and I've already brought up my issues with her, so this is like very, very I've been very honest with her. They got dick for it. They didn't get anything for it. They didn't get a fucking tag title shot for it. They were like, well, it was a regional thing. It was with it was with the most people that we've ever had in an online tag tournament. And the previous time that they did this, when Piglet and Brad won, they got a tag title shot. So these people did not get a tag title shot. So there's no reason to play tag online. Then you go in person to Grand Gathering, to godforsaken Cleveland, Ohio, and you play in the largest in-person tag team tournament of the year. And you play, you get top 4. And you're like, okay, top 4 is not bad. First tag team partner, and you're like, okay, maybe we get a tag team title shot, down the line because we did pretty well at the largest in-person tag team tournament. No, sir. No, sir. You don't even win and get anything. BTS FTW won. They didn't get shit. They can put in the same fucking tournament that me, the fucking dude, and Dangerous Alliance did. If Dangerous Alliance is actually going to play. Which, we get screwed. And people are going to ask me if I'm going to play. Yes, I'm going to play because I respect fucking Yasmin. I want to win for her. If it was Paul, I'd tell him to fuck off. Yes, this is an actual tag take. This is an actual tag take. I do not think that there is ever a reason to play tag at a convention or online nowadays. It has routinely disappointed me. Like decision after decision after decision just go down the fucking drain. And it's annoying because I know people like tag. I hear it every fucking time I start this spiel. But decision making by multiple people, it's crazy. Like Deep South. It's like, but Deep South tag, I have never tied consciously. I've never asked them to have a national title shot. Angela has always just told me in the message, "Hey, the winner gets a national title shot." That's always like at the end, generally by the number of people that we had. Because when I run a tag team tournament at Southern Fried, shockingly, it's pretty big. And it's like, yeah, winner, you probably get a national title shot just because of the amount of people. But think about that, and I don't know the exact number of tag teams that we had at Grand Gathering, but it had to have been more than Southern Fried. And you don't get shit. It's crazy. Like, that's like... This is my that's my soapbox. That's what I'm thankful for. That after this, I don't ever have to play tag again. I really I do it only if people ask me to, because this is a winner's purse issue than a tag format issue.
No, Drew actually doesn't like the format either.
I have less of an issue with people are trying to listen. The people who know or care more about this are constantly trying to fix with and then inadvertently fucking it up or making it worse or mildly getting it better before they fuck it up again. Which now we're gonna ban the top 64 or the ban whatever, man. Yeah, Yaz and I got top 4 with fucking original Runtime Terror and El Scorpio. Runtime Terror maybe Underworld. I don't think she's top 64, but regardless.
Yeah. I was going to say, me and Colby were 4-0, and we were playing with 2 non-top 96 competitors. Tag format is completely different than singles. So the fact that you want to ban the top 64 because you think they're so overtly broken in tag, yes, the reroll competitors are very strong in tag.
Yeah. But I don't know. There is no reason... Time to ask Drew. I'll tell you no, Colby. I'll tell you no.
Several times, and been told no about not adding the turn rolls.
Yeah, it was, and listen,
it would have shut out a lot of people if it was to the top 8 that was actually said, and people only playing the 4 matches that was originally said, and diversify actually mattering. But the GM of the event chose not to do any of the things that they said.
And then got mad about it later. You both get each entrance. You both get one entrance, and they cannot be the same entrance. And for now, there are certain entrances that you can't have more than one of in comparison. Yeah. GG5 tag was very messy, and I don't know whether this is just his attempt to rectifying his own mistakes at GG5, but it's also like,
you let it go on. You were told about it at the event and let it happen. At that point, it's already done.
You let it happen. It's like, listen, man. Hey, if you didn't put fucking Brock and Schmidt in ahead of everybody else, we could have been through 2 or 3 tag defenses in the time that we got time for them to read a fucking message. Listen,
you
it
can't
honestly
get a birdcage because there's no way that anybody could get that many people to agree on one date.
We had 12 people who were all mild, well, not all, but some were mildly pissed, and it was almost gonna happen. 12 damn people. But no, we get one guy who streams and one who plays Flesh and Blood, and we can't get him together, but we can find fucking Danny Thunder under a rock, and he's willing to play. This guy lives on Godzilla Island, but he's still willing to play. No, that Breimer, that was the thing that Piglet almost made me do. It eventually got turned into just my singles match against Chibi. That was when Piglet was poisoning my brain and thinking that I was going to have to play a tag match for my AC Online title match. That's what I thought was going to happen, but it got postponed so long that Will just said, just fucking play on Ignite. And I said, thank God. Yeah, 12 people easier to schedule than one Crime Wave team. Yeah, I don't know why.
Considered half that team's always online for the streaming events.
One guy's always there on Sunday. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's stuff like that. It's like there's just no, and it's not even like me. Like it's like you tell me I gotta like. I figure I was down the line. You tell me it's like, all right, Drew and Yaz, you get your tag shot in like June. I'm like, all right, cool. Like I don't have to worry about it till then. Like, cool. I get to do Faction Wars. Who knows? Maybe Faction Wars might still be going in fucking August by the time I saw the LFF's greatest actor get added to the captain's chat late. Haven't heard anything about that since. God. Yeah. This is just a clusterfuck. Like, there's no reason. Dave, when we started, when Faction Wars was first, it's like we were gonna do it before this update. It's gotten postponed that late. Like, it was supposed to be like the draft was supposed to be like after Grand Gathering, but before the next fighter update. Like, it's been months. Yeah, the LFF's greatest actor, Jason, that is Brandon Kong. Brandon Kong, his IMDb credits are frankly impressive. Is close personal friends with Tommy Wiseau of The Room fame. Just the absolute what the fuck of this man. Yeah, I don't know. That the clusterfuck of tag is just like, and every time, because nobody is sane when they talk about tag either. Every single time it gets brought up, like, people just lose their mind, including me. Which, granted, I get ramped up by other people because I try to avoid it, and then other people end up tagging me and telling me about tag against my will. God, even in one of the darkest days in Super Show history in Atlanta, you know what we did when we were eating chicken with Boss and Jeremy? They started fucking talking about tag. And I was like, this is the worst. And not in any sanctioned tourneys. Yes, tag, when you are playing non-competitively for fun,
yes, your inaugural old school tag team champions, me and Chris Pate.
Sure, yeah. When tag is non-competitive, yes, it can be fun, but it does not ever end up that way, because someone, the moment that you people that I almost said you people, that would have been tough. The moment that people start to smell that the winner's purse, as it was described earlier, people start breaking out the SRGPC. They start talking about one, and it's like, oh, this would work well with this and combo with this, and these numbers match up, and it's like, I just could not care. Like, my brain turns off. Like Yaz and I's thing was like, it's like, well, you like Runtime Terror, I like El Scorpio, they both draw from the bottom, that's fun. And that was it. We did well. Like, no metagaming, no nothing. I enjoy Triad because it's an honest game. It's like, because you could tell right at the beginning, am I fucked or am I not? Like, if you're up against two TVA or two ACCW, two faction mates, two whatever, you're like, man, I'm up against a creek. I really got to roll out of here. Yeah. And if you are in a 1v1v1 thing where you can actually have, like, fun table talk and trying to convince things, like the misplayer of the era, Chris Breimer, can walk into an unstoppable stop and lose Piglet. Kitchen table triad are fun. People get too serious, it becomes cringe. Yes, believe me, when people start talking about all of their grand slams and whatever, that's when it becomes the most cringe. I just have, like, a vein that pops, like, right here anytime just someone's, like, starts hyping up their personal accomplishments, and I'm like, bro, whatever. Triad is an honest game. We're all dickhead, because you can see at the beginning of the match, oh, this is how it's going to go. It's like I don't worry. I don't worry about it. I also don't think like. I think there's way more metagaming in tag than triads, but because most of the time you're not walking into like a triad, there are less like triad specific events, and a lot of triad is table talk, and it's less than tag. Oh man, yeah. I think triads can be fun because like the first triad I was ever in, Chris Pate called me a scumbag. And that started off our relationship on an excellent note. Excellent note. Yeah. Me, Pate, and Pulverino, and I'm the scumbag. The Deep South rules ruins a lot of the metagaming. Not all of it, but a lot. That is true. Yeah. Like that's one reason why I'm like okay with Deep South rules is that it's like give me a reason why these two should be tagging together. You can't just pick the most broken things ever. Now, granted, you can still Santana and Hendry, so it doesn't solve everything. I tried. You, me, and Booker win, or I just sat back and watched you true tide. Yeah, and you won. If I had to remember, I think you won. Because you saw Booker and I target acquire each other, and you were just able to swoop in. And if I think you were playing Mercenary Flip Gordon, and you hit the random ass finish that has an overkill on it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, cool. It's like Jason won, but at least it wasn't fucking Booker. and that's the part about Triad. Yeah, it was like cool. I got second and Booker lost. Like that, and it's like that's the thing about Triad. It's like you can have a mortal enemy out of nowhere, and it's like at least you didn't fucking win. And it's like you tried to hit me with all these finishes. It's like I'd rather let this son of a bitch win than you. Like that, it goes from 0 to 100 in triads like this out of nowhere, and that's what I enjoy. It could be with anyone. The true star of the TBA phenom. Yeah, every time. Every rant. I mean, sure. I mean, I lost to a 7 last night. So
I was going to say, sure. What was it, a 7 or an 8 that I beat Paul and Ron Rumble with in Atlanta in the triad match? I was like,
oh, okay.
After they had tagged the entire match together, and then they couldn't kick out of it, you know.
Oh my god! Oh, that's right. Stranger Things does premiere tonight. That's neat. Yeah, I don't know. I've now that I've gone off the fucking rails about my favorite thing in format. I don't know. I'm tired, man. I'm ready to have tomorrow off. The changing to night shift has been very fun. If those unaware, I now work 5 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. So like, I woke up like an hour and a half ago. In what way, Brock? Yeah, come up with a raid target. In what way is it good? If you're talking, because I don't think that Steve cramming an LFF tag shot on the random tag part of conventions and then clog. Here's the thing, Brock. There was no clog. There were matches every month. Like, that's not a clog. That is a flow. Like, the clog that we have only happened when Steve took control, and we say Brock Carson gets a title shot, and we haven't seen the tag titles defended since.
Like, I mean, I think it's a good thing to have a couple of people, you know, in queue, because now that we're done with PAX, when are you going to have a next big convention to establish any tag contenders?
The winner should get a shot, but the way they got... You realize that all those 4 people probably would have been done by the time Captain Con came around. Like, because they were having a title shot every month. Without fail. Every month there was a tag defense. So there's no reason to not have a queue. There weren't that many people in the contenders chat for like 2027. Yeah, now we have a clog, and it's like, and what's going to happen in January or after the fucking Dream Duet tournament or whatever is over? What's going to happen after that? It's like in January or whatever, he's like, oh shit, I need the tag thing. All right, it's going to be Jokerfish and Schmidt, because Schmidt's going to lose to Colby and Grump again.
I was going to say, it's half the queue, not Colby anyway.
Typically monthly, Brandon. Typically monthly. For tag under previous one, it was monthly. You shouldn't just be going for belts. I mean, yeah, Dave, but they made it the main prize, because it sure as shit ain't the cards we've been getting. It's like based on my prize support I've gotten, you definitely want something else. The hype of this person getting a shot dies. Oh my god. Prize support is a real problem.
I don't feel like a lot of people, going back to what Brock was saying, they win something and then immediately get the title shot in any division.
A lot. I'm sorry. So I got distracted. I was reading Mikey.
Brock was saying he don't want to play for a division where he has to wait 6 months for a title after winning something. I don't feel like there's any division that pretty much just immediately gives you the shot.
Yeah, it's normally at least a month. Unless you just don't have a queue, which you're constantly like, hey, please tell me who deserves the title shot. Which that's another way to do it. Like, it's less orderly, and those kinds of belts often go months without them being defended. Like, that's the thing. It's just it's whether you want to have the defense every month, like in order, have it set up, organized, whatever, or just like go by the seat of your pants. More eyes on tag. I mean, they're, I guess, controversy, but I don't know. I know one of those tags teams are considering not playing in this Dream Duet tournament because they already won. Yeah, having the winners play in this is just very interesting and stupid. Like, even though how they got there is mildly sus, but it's still like the guy running it is the same guy running the Dream Duet tournament.
Yeah, you can't be calling foul now after you ran the event and were told at the event that you messed up, and then you continue to run the event, and then they won, and then you're like, oh, actually, you don't get the prize.
Yeah, and don't worry, I'm sure he's gonna give whoever gets first or second that's a new player a title shot, and then they inevitably won't play because that's what happens every single fucking time. It's like, because it's like getting new players invested is not tag, I swear. Like, or tag title shots. You can win, you can have them play tag and they'll enjoy it. But if then you tell them, yeah, you have to play online for a tag title shot, it doesn't work. It never works.
I've said it. I feel like that's the way to that's when you put the card art. If having people actually be in the game will draw them into the game more than a title opportunity that they know nothing about.
Random tag.
Oh, I'm actually in this game. I've got a card in this game.
Random tag should not be for a title shot. It should be for like that kind of thing, like a create a card or altar card. Like I think that's neat. Like, and it's still like a tangible prize, and it would prevent people from.
Yeah, that gets the new player in the game. That gets them drawn into the game. Whereas the experienced player, they can have more say about what the card does. They actually know more about that, and it gets them both something instead of a random tag opportunity where the new player has no idea what's going on, doesn't care about it,
and are going to get smoked by whoever the champion is. Well, create a card. That's not create a competitor, but yeah, I understand what you're talking about. Yeah, getting yourself in the game regardless. Yeah. I don't know. I have talked enough. It's call the hotline, Ed. You motherfucker. Rambo told us you were going to be here.
I just tell everyone that.
You motherfucker. Go back and watch the show, Ed. Oh my god.
Exactly what Anika said here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Anika, and it's like because guess what? I bet they figured it's like, oh, if I win this random tag, I might get an LFF tag title shot. Like it's not like that's not fun. As someone who death choked in Six Top, it's not fun. But you know what?
No one had a fun time playing against it either.
No, I was playing a bunch of try-hard dickheads, and I wanted to win.
It's always a gray area. At Gen Con, I think we had a bunch of new players play in tag, and they were fun events, but they were smaller. I think that
they were smaller, and there were still people who were running like hand destruction too in that random tag, if I remember correctly. Yeah, right, I know. There's always a couple.
That's where we're going.
Cool. I've never had a turducken. It seems neat.
Yeah. Just give me a moment here. Thank you guys for joining us for Drew's rants at the end. This might be a new thing that we do every week.
Do we have to?
I enjoyed it. I kind of wanted to be on to give you counterpoints, but maybe that'll be a different.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you enjoyed it, I appreciate it.
Just wait till we can get one of these when Drew's been up for 24 hours. That's going to be the real.
God, you don't need me to just like start assaulting Trey. That's really what happens whenever I get to like 28 hours awake. When I get to 28 hours awake, I'm just like, and fuck you, Trey, for agreeing with me.
If this stream is a nightmare, I apologize. I have never seen. I just saw turducken, so hopefully it's all right.
It's just going to be somebody fisting a turkey.
I mean, it might be. It might be. Good luck.
Good luck.
Everybody have a great holiday. I'm thankful for everybody in this community.
I am still thankful for this community. Somehow.
And I think we're gone.
All right.